Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Ryan the Why are you purple? I have no problem with you being purple. I'm just curious why.
I don't know. Ask my parents.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
sure there's something they're not telling me.
Yeah. Some terrible family secret.
I knew I was adopted.
Your dad was a grape.
What's that Monty Python line?
I think I know what you're talking about, but I can't recite it.
Very
Where are you
stressful.
fishing today?
Oh, just down by the river. My usual pond. It's always nice to fish after a long day of work.
Yeah. It helps you unwind. Even if it's digital.
Yeah, right.
Especially if it's digital.
The ones that go out and fish.
I don't particularly. Yeah.
You guys get, I know this is gonna make you happy. You get snow where you're located, right?
Yeah, we're very much a Four Seasons kind of place.
Oh, okay.
but we don't. So I lived in New Hampshire for a bit, which is New England, and they get snow in like November, December, and then it doesn't go away until March or April or whatever. But here, it snows, and then it gets warm and it melts, and it snows and it gets warm and it melts, it snows and it gets warm and it melts. So it's like very bipolar weather.
Yes, we are also in four seasons area where I am.
Nice.
Can't wait for that winter season.
What do you like about winter?
Just the coziness. I like staying inside while it snows.
Yeah, I'm okay with it as long as I don't have to drive, and then it's the worst thing. I hate going out in the snow. But like, if it's snowing and I don't have anywhere to go, then yeah, that's great.
I just like putting on a nice candle and then, you know, playing a game or something.
Mm-hmm. It sounds nice. I don't trust myself with fire personally, but I do like the smell.
I left the candle burning for way too long on the weekend, like overnight.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, my room smells nice. I heard a girl died like that though.
Yeah.
Like from inhaling there was like a wax buildup in her lungs.
Oh, no, I haven't heard that. I've heard of people starting fires with candles, but I've never heard that before.
Yeah, apparently it was like it was a specific type of candle that basically suffocated her.
Ooh. That's not cool.
Right. Oh man, I'm catching a lot of cola.
Have you read much Goosebumps?
Yeah.
So, my son and I read a ton of Goosebumps. And have you read The Ghost Next Door?
Yes.
So, spoiler alert for anybody who's watching the VOD and doesn't want to know the ending of The Ghost Next Door. But most of the time in Goosebumps, like, nothing actually, like, super bad actually happens to the kids. But you find at the end of The Ghost Next Door, the main character thinks her neighbor is a ghost. But at the end of the book, you find out that she was the ghost the whole time, and she killed her whole family because they had a campfire in the backyard, and she had a campfire in the backyard with her twin little brothers. They went to bed, they didn't put it out, and the house caught on fire, and the entire family died. And now she's a ghost. Like, this is... I was doing this with my son, and I'm like, this is super dark. I don't know if this is okay.
Right? That's actually pretty dark for a Goosebumps book.
Yeah. And we'd read another one, one of the newer ones actually, The 13 Ghosts of Christmas, where the very first chapter is a little girl falling down a well and dying, and then her ghost haunts the main character throughout the rest of the book. I'm like, I thought kids didn't get hurt in these.
Yeah, Goosebumps is pretty dark when you go back to it.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah, I watched that a lot as a kid. I liked all of the Goosebumps, Are You Afraid of the Dark? So weird. Anything like creepy I was about. I haven't gone back to Are You Afraid of the Dark as an adult yet, though, have you?
No. I'm thinking of doing like a video series on it. I think it would be so fun to go back and like rewatch.
Yeah. They're either going to be like super bad, or they might actually be scary.
I am more of a little baby than I was when I was a kid, so it's possible.
I'm sensitive to certain things, and I'm desensitized to a lot, but there are still like certain topics and themes that get to me hard.
Like today, I reached into my lunch bag to grab my lunch, and there was a big spider in there.
Ooh.
I don't know how it got in there, and I literally just went, I was trying to stay calm, and I was like, and I ran to my boss's office, and I'm like, I need my fork, I need my fork. And then he had to go through my bag, and then he couldn't find it, so I looked like the crazy one.
There's no spider here.
Yeah. He's like,
I have a spider story. I have a spider story from yesterday I can share if you want.
Sure.
It's probably not going to make me sound very good. So, I've been... Hi, Night. How's it going? Thanks for joining the stream. The fishing's going well. Thank you. So, I've been decorating my new bedroom. And I have, in my basement, I have like a ton of Star Wars posters. And they're in like these plastic slip covers. They're like basically like giant top loaders. And they've been in my basement for years. And I've been moving them up into my new bedroom. And one of these Star Wars posters I moved up, and I put it up on the wall in my new bedroom, and then I noticed that there were a bunch of dead spiders in the plastic cover stuck between the cover and the poster. So like the spiders crawled down into the top of it and then just like got crushed, stuck, and died. And I was like, man, I should really like take that off the wall, pull the poster out, clean out all those dead spiders, and take care of that. And instead I just got some Star Wars stickers and put them over top of the plastic cover so I didn't have to look at the dead spiders.
I couldn't. The whole poster would be out in the garbage. So, like,
they're dead though. They're not gonna get me.
Just the thought.
Well, and here's the kicker. And here's the karma. It fell off the wall on top of me while I was sleeping.
Oh god, yeah, that sounds about right. Hey, Night. Okay, were they big spiders though? Like big dead spiders?
No. They were tiny.
Oh,
They had to be tiny to crawl into that. There were a bunch of them though. Knight says, ew, spiders, why is it always spiders?
Always spiders. Nothing else bothers me as much as spiders.
What about snakes?
No.
Rats?
No, I had pet rats. I'm fine with them. Snakes we don't see a lot of where I am, so they don't bother me too much.
Oh yeah, I guess the colder climate, maybe.
Earwigs, surprisingly, I'm actually okay with. Like, I can see one randomly and it won't bother me.
Yeah, as long as it's not, like, on me. Alright, I should go to bed early today.
I think I did a pretty good haul today, so I'm hitting the hay.
Why is it always snakes? That's Indiana Jones. I didn't know if you were trying to do Indiana Jones when you said, why is it always spiders? But why is it always snakes? That's definitely Indiana Jones.
I love how the cat just makes itself at home.
Yep, like a real cat. Oh, I didn't think a mosquito... Knight said snakes, mosquitoes, and spiders all must be destroyed. What do you think about mosquitoes?
They don't bother me. I'm gonna be the weird one here, and I think this is... I don't know why, but I kind of like the itch when they bite.
It is satisfying to scratch.
It is.
I don't... Mosquitoes are concerning to me because they can transmit diseases, but I don't find them as annoying as other people do. Oh, a cola. Oh, sorry, I went. Okay, there we go.
How do I
Hold
give
on,
it to
I'll
you?
I'll meet you in the square. Okay. Just walk up to me and hit A.
Hey. Oh, sorry, it canceled. I acted too fast.
Yeah, I have to accept it. Yay! Hold on, I'll drink this. It's a little early in the morning for soda, but whatever.
Happy fishing, it was poison. I'm just kidding.
Great, thank you. I'll go to the beach. Knight says, mosquitoes get more people killed than anything else. You know why? Malaria. Yep. They're one of the biggest killers.
Sure, yeah. I'm an advocate for rats, though. I don't like how they were blamed exclusively for Black Plague.
Yeah, and all the recent research points more to humans spreading it more than rats.
It was actually to the fleas.
Oh yeah, yeah, I read that too.
Yeah. Nobody blames my little ratties for that. I don't know if you're a big, you're a podcast guy, right?
Yep.
I was reading and watching Listening podcast. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is Mr. Ballin.
No.
He's like a really good storyteller on YouTube. And he does these weird cases. But he started a podcast company with this guy who does exclusively history. So I was listening to one today that was all about the first surgery in human history, which was this guy that got shot in the stomach, and instead of helping him, the doctor basically didn't sew him up and used him as an experiment to kind of calculate how digestion works.
Okay. Talk about taking one for medical science.
Yeah, it was pretty dark. This was before the patients had rights.
Yeah. Ugh. That's scary.
Yeah. And
I mean,
the guy.
I guess.
Oh, sorry.
I guess it's unlikely they could have helped him anyway, but still, it's not okay.
Yeah. And the guy, so he basically had a hole in his stomach that was never stitched up. And instead of, because he didn't want to stitch it up because he was in so much pain, that he was oh, I'm only going to heal on its own. So the doctor was like, okay, I can use this to my advantage. And the guy tried to run away multiple times, and the doctor would track him down and bring him back to live with him.
Terrible.
Podcast, so.
Yeah, I like a lot of history podcasts.
But some of the stuff that he would oh, it was just weird thinking about it. He'd put food on a string and then just shove it in the stomach. And then take it out.
Oh. I mean, I guess we had to learn about the body somehow, but surely there's a better way.
My favorite doctor in history is the one who basically created anesthetics. And it was one of the best surgeons in the world at the time. And he was so fast because you had to be fast when anesthetic wasn't actually a thing. Or anesthetic, whatever it is. And his famous line in the surgery room was, "Hold time, gentlemen." And he did the surgery in a minute.
Oh my gosh.
Right.
Sounds like something you should be taking your... I mean, I guess if they don't have anesthetic, yeah, they have to go fast, but still, ugh.
Just imagine living in those times.
I don't wanna. Modern world has a lot of issues, but I really appreciate some of the medical technology we have.
And it brings like interesting questions into the mix. You know, like the guy who did like immoral vaccine testing, so he would like inject people with smallpox without them knowing. But like we wouldn't have vaccines without that, so
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to think about that. Like, obviously we need vaccines, but weird.
anyway, sorry, I don't mean to go off on a tangent. I get really excited when it comes to medical
No.
history.
No, that's cool. I think it's interesting.
The art of
Yeah, like
it's on Audible.
the art of butchering. Okay, I'll pick it up. Is it a free one?
I don't think so.
Okay, I'll put it on my wish list. I get my year's worth of credits at the beginning in November. I had appendicitis when I was like 25, and had my appendix not been taken out, it would have just burst and killed me. So, and that's like a big thing we take for granted. Just like, oh yeah, we'll just whip that appendix out of there.
And all these surgeries are so simple now too. Like you can do organ, well depending on the organ transplant so easily now. My bus takes me quite a bit to get to work and from work now, so I've been listening to a lot of podcasts.
My friends and I do a podcast. We haven't done an episode in a couple months because of life, but we did 2 episodes a week for almost 2 years. So we have a lot of episodes.
What was your guys' podcast about?
It's called The Horror of Babylon, and it started as a horror book club podcast where we would read a horror novel and then just kind of talk about it. And we had like a format where we talk about structure and themes and characters, and we also talk about the author and the background of the book. And then in the past year and a half, we've started kind of expanding out and doing like some fantasy and sci-fi and some other stuff, but it's mostly horror. And we do some movies too to kind of break it up and have more episodes, but like the best episodes are all book episodes.
That's cool. I'm starting a podcast soon with Wu-Tai.
That's cool. What are you guys gonna do?
It's gonna be a nostalgic 90s podcast, so talking about things from the 90s.
Awesome. What are some of the topics you're thinking about covering?
I think some of them are like Sailor Moon we're gonna cover. I want to do an episode on like commercials, like the differences between American and Canadian commercials from the 90s.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, because there were a lot of wild ones. We got this one from Canada. It was from the Canadian dairy farmers, and they're like, it's a rap video. They're like, God milk, done God milk.
I will have to YouTube that. You know, I've never seen a single episode of Sailor Moon.
Oh, really?
I got home from school at 4:30, and it was on Toonami at 4 o'clock. And Gundam Wing was on at 4:30, And I just barely made it home in time for that, and then DBZ was on at 5, so I never got to see Sailor Moon.
Oh, see, my mom would keep me home from school so I could watch Sailor Moon in the mornings.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was always on at like 8 a.m. and school started at 8. So she's like, oh, whatever, 25 minutes won't kill you because I just lived around the corner from school.
Okay.
So she would just like let me watch Sailor Moon and walk me to school.
So it's not like she wanted to sleep till noon and then she rolled you into school at like 12:30.
No. My after school show was Barney.
Yeah, I watched Barney too, but that was way before the Toonami era.
Oh yeah, and then I think we're doing an episode on the phenomena that was Pokemon cards in school.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of drama at my school around Pokemon cards.
I didn't have it because I didn't really have Pokemon cards when I was a kid, so.
I did. Not as much as some others. Like I had this one friend whose parents would literally just buy them cases of like multiple boxes. So they had like multiples of every single card and just they were treated like a god on the playground. But they were like fights and people would trade cards with each other and then find out later, what, that Raichu's worth how much? And I only got this freaking oddish. And then they'd go and they'd fight each other. And then Pokemon cards got banned from our school. And so when we wanted to do Pokemon card trades, we had to go in the coat closet, which is where we kept our coats and our backpacks, and the teacher couldn't see. So I'd be like, bro, you bring that Hypno, and I got my Executor, and I'll meet you in the coat closet, and we'll do this, but we gotta be quick, or else Mrs. Tenney's gonna catch us, and we gotta be careful, man. It was rough times.
See, we only had, before the Pokemon thing came into existence, we played like the most violent games. We played Red Rum.
It's murder.
It basically was. It got banned from my school because a girl actually, like, got really hurt.
I mean, that's not funny, but
No, it's not, but it was fun. We would like all
yeah.
stand in a line and lock hands, and then the other people would stand in a line and lock hands, and then we would just rush each other.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it ended badly most of the time. I remember this one guy was like going right for it, and he flipped this tiny girl right over like his interlocked arms. Oh,
Oh
Emily caught you
no.
digging through the trash.
Yeah, well, she shouldn't be looking.
Right? That's rude.
Yeah, it's super rude. Like, it's dark. I'm rooting through the trash. I don't want to be looked at.
That's how you get killed, Emily. Mind your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Is my mic okay, by the way? It's not too loud for you.
No, it's good. I'm gonna have no energy again tomorrow.
Sleepy, sleepy, sleep.
Oh, you passed out.
What?
Said you didn't make it to bed.
I was literally in bed.
Oh, sometimes. So if you have to move to the center of the bed to trigger it. So if you just like nudge into bed, you like try it. Like walk into the bed, but don't go all the way to the middle.
It even said the message, Beck made it to bed.
Oh, well then I have no idea. That's weird.
Oh, my energy is great. That's really weird. Do I have a bill?
I know that we're not, all we're doing is fishing, but in case we end up, like, for whatever reason, coming back to this farm and doing something else, would you prefer mushrooms or bats?
Bats.
Okay.
Bats freak me out in real life too, though.
Yeah, I like bats, but I've also never had one flying around my head, so I don't really know how I would react to that.
I actually have a scary story. Well, it's not really scary, but it's creepy after the fact.
Do tell.
So I took my dog, Daisy, out for a run at this park, and this was like a couple months ago. And I have to take her somewhere where it's like completely isolated away from people because she's not reactive, but like she's a big dog, so I was pretty nervous. And I saw something moving in the trees, and I was like, all right, time to go. And I didn't know what it was, like I didn't make any and he's like, oh, that was probably Herbert. I'm like, who's Herbert? And he's like, it's the homeless man that lives in the trees. I was actually like so freaked out though, because I thought it was like a bat, because I didn't know anything, right? I was like, oh, it's probably like a bat or something. But no, it was the homeless man.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say it was a bat. I did not expect Herbert to actually be a man.
Yeah. Although I did have a bunch of bats flying at me one time in a park. That was my fault though.
Ooh. Did you throw a rock at him?
No, I was out with my friends and we had been, you know, having
Partaking?
partaking in some adult beverages. And
Yep.
having a bathroom. So I was like, I'm just going to this abandoned forest and I'll meet you guys in a couple minutes. And as I was like going to the bathroom, a herd of bats decided to just come at me and start
Oh
flying.
my gosh.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. That's bad.
it was bad. One almost got caught in my hand.
Ooh. That's why I have no hair. For fear of bats.
They're creepy. They're big.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look how much money we have.
Oh yeah. Have you gotten your bag upgraded?
Yeah.
Okay. And I think you said last time you got the bamboo fishing pole or the fiberglass pole, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. Forgot about my story.
You're good. I'm happy to just chit chat and chill out. Hi Daniel, thanks for joining the stream. How are you doing? Yeah, I saw I wasn't online when you and Danny were talking about that, but I read the conversation you guys had afterward, like a couple hours after. I'm sorry that you had to deal with that. That's real crummy. Glad you're doing better now, though. Yeah. And I don't know if we're gonna get to the next rod before we end this, but that one's a lot better too. Plus, I'm sure you're leveling up.
Yeah, I'm level 5 now.
Nice. Well, I'm glad you're doing better, Daniel. How'd that go?
It was bad.
I'm sorry.
Like, I don't know if I passed or failed yet, but I'm 100% sure I probably failed, because, I don't think anybody could pass that on the first try.
And that was stage 2 of testing?
They, like,
How many
create-
stages?
7 or 8 stages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, after that, it's pretty good. Like, it's online information system, and then it's the interview, and then it's the logical assessment, and
Okay. So it sounds like the first couple are really where they like test you, and then the rest of it's kind of normal stuff.
Yeah, they definitely make the test too designed just to stress you out.
Well, yeah, it's a stressful job, so that makes sense.
I think the only thing I had going for me was the fact that I was calm.
Sure, that helps.
Yeah, and she's like staring at you the whole time, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Like, it sounds like they're not being nice, but like, you're literally dealing with like life and death situations. You got to be able to manage stress.
It's true. And then you have to do this part where you read out loud into a microphone, and you know that I have trouble reading out loud. And they're judging you hard, so any stutter, any mispronunciation, and you get docked. And I came across this one card, it's like, please switch to card number 2. And it was all a tongue twister, and I was like, like, before I even started reading it, I was like, this is where I failed. This is it. It was like the rascally brown rabbit ran onto Riddell Road and hit the, like, it was all ours.
I could see myself like getting all mad about it and be like, this is ridiculous. I'm never gonna have to say something like that on an actual job. And then I get the job, and night 1, Robert Robertson gets hit on Ridgevale Road, and you gotta be like, please go to Ridgevale Road, pick up Robert Robertson. He got hit by a Wrangler, and blah, blah, blah.
And I think the second worst part is the phone call that they make you do. So you don't actually have to talk on the phone call, but you pick up this they're using like antiquated stuff, by the way. Like really old school phones, old school machines. So you're picking up this dial tone machine, like anything.
It's rough. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's
Night. I don't remember saying night one. Night. You didn't win anything that I'm aware of. I wasn't doing anything, but thanks for being here. Oh, Daniel Dish, what were the inappropriate people in Angel's chat saying? I mean, you don't have to say like the specifics, but
is that
give
why
us
he
the
took
dirt.
his chat? Or his live stream down?
Did he take it down?
Yeah.
Oh. Like the whole channel or just the live stream?
The live stream. I can only imagine what people were saying.
Okay. That stinks.
Yeah. It was a pretty hot topic among people, so it was kind of expected at the same time.
Was it like something political?
Yeah.
Ah.
I don't know if you
Gotcha.
heard about the news today. That political activist that got unalived.
Was shut.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard about that.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate.
It is.
I don't think it matters, you know, what side of the political spectrum you're on. Somebody lost their life. It's unfortunate.
In front of their family, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, everybody's, like, saying, oh, his words incited violence. Well, you just proved him right. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knight says, oof, you guys know True Gamer from Siren Stream? Probably not, but he's a good friend of mine. And he made me a Moz because apparently I'm trustworthy and control myself. Knight, how many times have you come into my stream and just been like, I'm here to cause chaos? I'm not saying you're not trustworthy, but saying that's a thing that happens.
I just imagine him going into Shiren's stream and being like, I'm here to cause chaos.
Yeah. I need to check out that Muppet game she was playing the other day. I haven't gotten to watch that yet.
You know what game I kind of really want to play? But it comes out before Christmas, but I would want to play it at Christmas. Is the
What's that?
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer game.
I have not seen anything about that.
I'm not expecting it to be good, but it's my favorite Christmas movie.
Is it like a legit game based on that movie, or is it like one of those terrible, it's a horror game and you're Rudolph and you kill everybody?
No, I think it's a legit game. You play as like all the characters, and it's based on that movie, and you're trying to save the I forget the plot line, but you have to go like surfing and like, you know, fight bosses and stuff.
I mean, even if it's not a good game, you could still make it into a fun stream.
Oh yeah, I'm 100% picking it up for Christmas. That's gonna be my Christmas Eve game. I love that movie.
Yeah, it's a classic. Rankin and Bass. I wonder if you get to go to Misfit Island, or the Island of Misfit Toys.
I think so. I think that'll probably be the end stage. I only saw a little bit of trailers for it, but it actually looks, it doesn't look bad. But I hate that they're releasing October.
Yeah, it should come out closer to Christmas. Yeah, I completely agree, Daniel. Like, it's totally fine if you don't have the same politics as somebody, but you shouldn't be celebrating their death and making a joke about it. So yeah, I don't. If that's what was going on, I don't blame Danny for taking that stream down. That stinks. Just makes me thankful I haven't had to deal with something like that here. Yeah, use your mod powers for good, Knight. You have power and no responsibility. You want to be the bad guy? Hi, Shiren. Thanks for joining. How are you? Yeah, I think, Knight, you do seem like a good guy, but I think you're like, you're 16 and you just have you see a little chaos and you want to contribute to it.
Fine, everybody loves chaos.
Yeah. I was the same way when I was 16. I would just say and do stupid things to get a reaction out of people.
I would steal shopping carts from the local grocery store.
I almost got beaten up at a Target. My friends and I were checking out at Target, and the guy in front of us was buying diapers. And I just, I was just a stupid teenager, and I just turned around to my friends. I said, "You know what? I hate babies. Babies are so dumb. I freaking hate babies." And I got super pissed. Like, wanted to take me outside, and I reflect back on that. I'm like, wow, I was a dumb kid.
Yeah, we're all dumb kids.
Did the game freeze for you? Oh.
For a second.
Okay, mine was longer than normal. Okay, so I knew you were close to 16. Happy early birthday. Yeah, Daniel lives in the future. You're welcome, Knight. Yeah, he just started streaming again after not streaming for like a couple months or something.
Yeah.
They were probably some just random Jomos who wandered into his chat, not anybody who would like actually watched his channel or anything. Bye, Knight. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good evening. Yeah, my work usually gets slow in the fall and then much slower in the winter, so I'm looking forward to that. Our summer is our busy season. So I'm absolutely looking forward to being able to do some more chill things instead of working all day. What are you reading right now?
I'm still going through the Carl dungeon.
My coworker recommended that to me.
It's good, but I think that I should switch it up because obviously it's not. Well, I went through a period like a week ago where, like, I think it might have just been stress, where I couldn't read properly. Like, my inner monologue was really bad. And
I've had that happen before.
Yeah, like it still is. I can't, like, I feel like I'm not comprehending anything. But I think
Had to grumble.
the Kaiju Battlefield version of the book.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, so I might read that, but I might try and get through the dungeon crawler one. Oh, did you read
Why are there 7,000 pigeons? Also, thanks for joining the stream.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's another annoying animal. Do you like pigeons?
I love pigeons.
They're cute.
I feel bad for them. We domesticated them, used them, and
Yep.
then abandoned them.
Treat them like crap. I think they're adorable.
I always try to.
We don't have pigeons where I live, but when I was in New York, I was very amused with them.
We have a bunch of seagulls right outside my room. They're very annoying.
Yeah, people don't like seagulls either.
I mean, I don't hate them, but I don't like them.
Hi, Shiren. Thanks for watching. We're playing Stardew Valley, and we're doing a fishing challenge. We're playing through the whole first season, and we're going to see who can catch the most fish. And it's mostly just an excuse to chill out, but also fun.
During this event that we had at my work, we had a barbecue for our customers. And this old lady that always walks by, we call her cart lady. She always just walks by with her cart and steals stuff from her. But whatever, she's like 90 years old. I'm not an old lady. An old lady. But I was giving her a hot dog, and a seagull, like, called his friends over, and they just ambushed her.
Ugh. I like hot dogs, but I don't know if I would fight a flock of seagulls for a hot dog. They probably ran. They probably ran so far away.
I had to like break one in pieces and just toss it everywhere so that they'd get off her. And then one started screaming at me, and I'm like, get out of here.
Have you seen the movie The Birds?
Parts of it, yeah.
That's kind of a creepy movie.
The Alfred Hitchcock one.
Yeah. Oh man, if they remade that, I bet it would be so bad. Be all CG birds.
My best friend and I, a long time ago, I wish we would have done this. We wanted to start a podcast, like a video podcast on bad movies.
We have done plenty of bad horror movies on my podcast.
We've seen quite a few, like, in our lifetime. I remember one, Tire.
I haven't seen Tire.
Yeah, it's about a killer tire. That's it. It's so stupid.
At least Christine had 4 tires.
This one's just about a lone tire that travels. It gets into a car at one point in the passenger seat.
Oh my gosh.
I remember we watched this old vampire movie. I think it was called Vampires in New York, and it was filmed in like the 50s or something. And there was this one scene um, that was like not age friendly or anything, and it went on for so long that we were like, you know what? Let's go get a pizza. And we went and got a pizza, left it running, and we came back to the house, and it was still going.
Oh my gosh. Welcome back, Shiren. On my podcast, we reviewed this this vampire movie that was super bad. It was from the 80s, and this girl gets turned into a vampire, and like at the end of the movie, her boyfriend gets turned into a vampire, and they figure out a way to cure vampirism is just a full body transfusion, just drain out all the blood and put in new blood. And I just thought that was the stupidest thing. Become a vampire, get a transfusion.
Do you think that could actually work in theory?
I mean, I would assume that, you know, if it's a virus, it's carried through the blood. But I mean, like, your body changes too, so you would think like maybe it initially goes through the blood, but then it like gets into other parts of your body. So I wouldn't think that. Maybe if you had a transfusion right away, possibly. But I wouldn't think it would work after you've been a vampire for a while.
That's true.
Yeah, that's something I think about.
I love stupid movies.
Yeah.
There's one that I love. I love it so much. Dead Snow 2.
I haven't seen that.
Well, Dead Snow is also good, but Dead Snow 2 is where it really starts to get ridiculous. But it's about not German zombies.
I may have seen the first one. I think I did. I don't think I've seen the second one, but this was like years ago.
Oh, it's so funny. The second one is just a riot.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry, I forget sometimes I have to watch what I say, so that's why I cut myself off.
I'm not going to kick you off if you say something inappropriate. But yeah, I'm trying to keep it kind of family friendly here.
Yeah.
Although I have noticed since the new YouTube age restrictions, my audience is trending up in terms of age. A lot. I don't know if like fewer kids are watching or fewer kids are just chatting, but like 6 months ago, I would have said the majority of my chat was kids, and now it seems to be much older.
Yeah.
So I have thought about playing some more mature games, like not like super inappropriate games, but I've thought about playing, you know, more than just like Nintendo stuff.
Yeah, because isn't there one viewer who is like actually just blocked from your show?
Yeah, she said. Yeah, she even Jams. She even posted a screen recording of her like trying to get onto it and saying it's blocked. And she said she asked her dad, and her dad said it's because of the age restrictions. But I don't really like completely understand how that works because Mason still watches, and he's about the same age as this kid.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like YouTube just hasn't like tagged their accounts in the same way, or if it's taking the algorithm a while to make it through all the millions of YouTube accounts, and maybe they just haven't gotten to Mason's account or not. I don't really understand how it works. Yeah, I'm not a big fan.
He just made a new, well, I don't
weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of your stream, how's Lunar going? The game's super pretty.
It's really fun. I did play a little extra last night. I didn't like. I'm gonna start over when I stream it, but it's a bit questionable for but it's fun. Yeah.
Like inappropriate content wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand why this, 50-year-old magician guy wants a 14-year-old as his bride.
Ugh. Yeah. Like that Sailor Moon game you played, there was that guy in the cave who like wanted to get with the Sailor Scouts, and he was like 80 years old or whatever. Like, dude, not cool.
I love games for that, though. You just never know what you're gonna come across.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're really fun. I'm actually planning on doing a video. I haven't done a video in a long time. I'm gonna do a video on things I want to see going forward that Lunar has done well.
That'd be cool. I haven't touched those games at all, but I think they're super pretty.
And like the battle system is a bit wonky, but I like that the AI is very smart. So if you put it on auto battle, like they know exactly what to do. Like I died to a boss probably 4 times, and I was like, whatever, I'll just put it on auto battle and just make fun of it, and they beat him within like a minute and a half, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
That would make me, I'd be like, the AI's better at this game than I am.
Yeah. Oh, it gets hard though, so I'm not looking forward to that, but it's pretty fun so far.
I finally beat Final Fantasy X.
Yes, I saw.
Yeah, I was excited to have that off my... It felt really good to just, like, cross it off the list. I'm not as invested in the story and the characters as a lot of other people are. But I really love the gameplay, and I was just really happy to finish it.
Yeah. Was it a hard final battle? I've actually never gotten past that.
Yes, it was. So I looked up a way to cheese it. Riku has a... You know how she, like, mixes her items to get different effects with her overdrive. So I looked up a combination of items that gives you the power of 9999, and it makes every attack you do 9,999 damage.
Oh, that is actually pretty sweet.
So I just got Riku to her overdrive before the fight, and then and even with that, it took me like 5 tries to beat the final 2 bosses. But yeah, it's pretty hard.
Yeah,
At least for me.
I watched a video one time of the hardest Final Fantasy bosses, and I think the hardest one, or the one with the most HP, I don't think her name is, I forget her name, I think it's like Yzma or something, and the developers knew that she had so much HP that they allowed her to take a break in the middle of battle. She could go save,
So, like,
heal up.
Oh, that's crazy.
I think it's an optional boss though, but she has like
Oh, okay.
12 million HP, something like that.
What?
Yeah.
The big one in 10 had 120,000.
Yeah, this one was
So
a lot.
that's crazy.
I think that was in 12. Yeah, I think it's 12 I'm thinking of.
12 is my favorite. I haven't actually beaten it But I got to the final boss, and then I said, okay, I'm gonna side quest, and I'm gonna do all the side quests, and then I'm gonna come back and beat the final boss. And surprise, surprise, I didn't. But aside from the final boss, I've played the crap out of that game. But it doesn't seem like I got to that battle, whatever it is.
Yeah, I think you have to go out of your way to actually get to this boss. I remember the Adam boys, how do you pronounce that? In Final Fantasy 15, took me exactly 12 hours.
12 full hours of play.
12 full hours. He wasn't even hard. It's just he had so much HP that I was just doing like, now you can cheese it. There's a way to cheese it. But I played it when the game first came out. And yeah, it took me, I sat down at 7 p.m. and I did not leave the game until 7 a.m.
Did you like pause it and take a nap or something?
No, I played it right through.
Oh my gosh, I don't know if I could do that.
I was just stupid.
But that's gotta. That's gotta feel good to finish it though.
Oh, you know what? I was a smoker at the time, so I like, when I finished, I walked outside the apartment, lit one up, and I was like, yeah, it's good, watching the sunrise. And then the security guard's looking at me, and I'm like, it's a good day, isn't it?
Did you go the full 12 hours without taking a cigarette break? Oh my gosh, I bet that was like hell on your nerves.
Not really, actually. I was so intent on the game that I didn't really notice.
Well, that's good.
I don't think I did anything. I didn't even check my phone. I didn't do anything for 12 hours. Except just stare at the screen and try to beat them.
Yeah, I don't think I have that kind of attention span anymore. Maybe I would have in college, but probably not.
What's up, buddy, Sway? Yeah, it was intense. And my roommate had moved out at that point, so I had to find myself.
Hi, Sway.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Yeah, when I was the last dorm room I stayed in when I was in college, my roommate was a football player, and he was also he was in the army or the reserve or something, but he was like on leave from active duty to go to school because he had a football scholarship, and he got hurt. I forget if it was in practice or a game, but he got hurt, like bad hurt. Like he was in, I guess he broke his leg or something. He was on crutches. But he lost his football scholarship, and so the army pulled him out of school and sent him back to active duty and deployed him to Iraq with a broken leg. Yeah, it was bad.
My roommate was pretty cool. Her mom was crazy and caused a lot of problems near the end. But she comes from like a rich family, and it was so funny because just the difference in experiences growing up. But she was actually really nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, I never really got along with any of my roommates, but they were all nice people. When I was a freshman, I chose to go to the substance-free dorms, which was just, if you wanted to be in this dorm, you agreed not to drink and not to smoke pot and be a part of a substance-free environment. So, like, everybody there was like, oh yeah, we're here to learn, we're not here to party. This is going to be like an education-focused dorm. Except for my roommate, who had been jailed the previous summer for selling marijuana, and part of his bail was he had to be in the substance-free dorms. So, which of course did nothing to actually stop him from enjoying his life. So our room was a little bit different than all the other rooms in the substance-free dorm.
That's actually really funny though.
Yeah. It worked out for me though. He didn't come home a lot at night, and I kept track of it. And he once did not come home for 21 nights in a row.
That's like a dream.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's better. I mean, granted, when the other guy got sent to Iraq, I got an entire semester of the room to myself, but it was for a very bad reason. Felt super bad for him. And then the other roommate I had was from Nepal, and he spoke like almost no English. So it was just like, hi, 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 hi. And sorry. He knew sorry because his family would call him at like 3 in the morning because that's when they were awake. And of course I'd wake up and he'd be like, sorry, sorry. And I'm like, it's okay. It's okay. Just I'm going back to sleep. Talk to your family.
I know I lived in a townhouse with 3 other girls, and one was the rich girl, who I got an apartment with the next year. And then
Ooh.
we had 2. One was from Nigeria, I think, and then the other one was Canadian. But she would host like these huge religious sessions at our
Okay.
house, and which wasn't a
Cool.
problem. Like, wasn't a problem, but it became a problem when she started allowing them into our rooms.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Yeah. So me and the girl would
Why?
like I don't know, she would be like, "Oh, go up to the washroom and just like use the washroom, use whatever you want." But then they would just come into our rooms freely, and one time I was home and this guy just like walks into my room and I'm like, "Hello?" And and he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "The bathroom?" And I'm like, "Yeah, the bathroom's literally the door is open, you could see it." And he like steps into my room and I'm like, I forget the girl's name, but I yelled down to her and I'm like, "Come get your guest, please." Like,
I mean, I've had people knock on my front door asking me to talk about religion with them, but I've never had anyone knock on my bedroom door
yeah.
to come talk about religion.
And that's how me and the rich girl actually became like, well, good friends. We're not friends anymore, but we became good friends then because we like hated those nights when she would host these little parties. So we would just go out and like walk around and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Danny.
Escape.
She
Hi,
killed me
Danny.
though. She killed me so much because I remember one time she came home to our apartment and she was complaining and she was in a bad mood. And I'm like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh, I was just at Walmart and this guy like begged me for money and I bought him a Happy Meal or I bought him a meal from McDonald's." And we had an apartment that was like up on the 6th floor, so you could see this whole area, right? And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, "Oh, I just felt bad for him, but I did my good deed of the day." And then she's looking out the window and she's like, "I can't believe it." And I go over and I'm like, "What?" And she points to this construction worker and she's like, "That's him." Like, he
So
has a full job and she just gave him free meal.
that's so stupid. That's so dumb. Normally, it's like they want money, and you like. So recently, I was walking into a store. This was like 2 months ago. I was walking into a store, and this guy came up to me. He's like, "Hey, kid, I need some money. My kids don't have any food. I just need to buy like some hot dogs and some hot dog buns." I'm like, and I said, "Yeah, absolutely. You wait right here. I'm going into the store. I will buy hot dogs and hot dog buns, and I'll be right back. I'll do it before I do my shopping. I'm gonna go get it and bring it to you in like 5 minutes." And as soon I walked in the door and I turned around and he was running off like, sorry, I'm not just gonna hand you money, but I will go get your kids food.
Yeah, right.
So I was expecting something like that, but no, he's just a fully employed guy ripping off some college girl for lunch. That's, oh my God.
There's this guy at the Walmart right across from my work, and he's always outside, and he's like, he's bad. Like, he'll approach you when you're in the car, and like be like, "You got money?" And one time I was walking into the store, and he's like, "You got money?" And I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't carry cash on me." And then I walked out with all my stuff, and he's like, "You got money?" And I'm like, "No, still don't have money." And then he followed me across the parking lot, and I was like watching him from the corner of my eye, and he's like, "Do you have money or not?" And I'm like, I stopped.
He said no.
Yeah, I stopped and I turned around and I was like, "I told you that I do not have money. Leave me alone." Yeah, like, he was persistent. And he'll approach, like, women by themselves, like, putting their children in the car. And he'll, like, come up behind them and be like, do you got money?
Could at least be like, "Do you have any spare change that I could have to buy a meal?"
Right?
It's like, "No." "Do you have money?" It's not even grammat. He means, "Can you give me money?"
Yeah.
I'd be like, "Yes, I do have money."
Yes, I do. That's why I'm going to the store, sir.
Yeah. But it's digital imaginary money that is represented in my wallet by plastic.
Hi, Danny. I turned down the music on my end.
Yeah, does everything sound okay on my end? You guys hear me and hear back and hear the music? If not, let me know.
I don't have, like, I'll never have a perfect, collab, it feels like, because there's always something.
It's a learning process. We'll get there. Especially if we're doing it regularly.
Yeah. Well, at least I got my microphone to work this time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that confirmation, Danny, after all the emotes.
Let me guess, he was like, "Oh, Becky, make sandwich, Becky."
Don't give him ideas. Trying to think of what other... Oh, there used to be this guy when I worked at Starbucks who would come in. We call him One Leg Joe. Because he only had one leg. And, he would always, like, steal blatantly in front of us. Like, I was serving him coffee one day, and he would just... I'd be staring at him, like, making eye contact. And he would just, like, put his hand in the tip jar and steal the money that was in there. And I'm
He's
like...
not even stealing from the store. He's stealing from you.
Yeah. And I would be like, "Joe, do you know what you're doing?" And he's like, "What? I'm not doing anything." And I'm like, "Put the money back, Joe. You know, we already give you free coffee. Put the damn money back."
It's stealing is wrong, but it's one thing to steal from a billion-dollar corporation, and it's another thing to steal tips from the minimum wage employees who work for that billion-dollar corporation.
Who also give you free food and free coffee.
Yeah.
This guy was, like, so pure, though. Like, he just wanted to make friends with people, so he would go up to people and just sit at their table.
Hi, I'm joining you.
And he'd be like,
I would
"You
hate
gotta
that.
smoke?" And I would have to, like, go pretend I'm cleaning. And I'm like, "Joe, the 12-year-old with the Frappuccino does not have a cigarette." I hope he's in a better situation wherever he is.
Yeah. Oh, Joe.
And then they always made me deal with him because they're like, "You're the most empathetic one out of all of us. You like him." And I'm like, "I don't like him." We'd have to call his worker, and I'd be like, "Can you come get your boy, please?" Like, just hassling 12-year-olds.
Got a cigarette.
You gotta smoke, kid.
He thinks this 12-year-old kid's just gonna whip out a pack of cigarettes like, yeah, I don't smoke, but I keep them so I can give them to people when they ask.
Free coffee, Danny. I always gave out free coffee. Deal with him and make me a sandwich. See, you gave him an idea.
Oh, he would have said it eventually anyway.
He would have. Oh yeah, and then there was this time that Joe collapsed in the store. And the people, like the baristas, were all done with him at this point because he always faked things, right? To get the ambulance called on him.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I'm like... I'm not saying he always faked, but even the paramedics were like, yeah, stop calling us unless it's an actual emergency. And he fell in the store one time, and I actually felt so bad. Because nobody would go and help him up, so I went and helped him up. And then afterwards, he he adjusts his leg, his prosthetic leg, and then he's like, ah, that was rough. You gotta smoke? And I'm like, never change, Joe.
Sounds like he's a character.
Yeah. Just living his best life. Sandwich is life. Sandwich is life and love. I like a good pastrami sandwich.
I haven't had pastrami in forever. That sounds delicious.
Or corned beef.
Last night I made, I'd never done this before, but I saw it online. You take crescent rolls and, like, before you wrap them up, to bake them, I put roast beef and provolone cheese in it, and then wrap them up and then bake them in the oven, and then make, like, French dip or Odd's juice, and to just dip them in. It was delicious.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah.
I wish I could cook.
I mean, there's really... You pop open a can of crescent rolls and put meat and cheese and then roll them up. It's barely cooking.
I'd probably still find a way to mess it up. They'd come out as, like, flat pancakes by the time I was done with them.
Well, pancakes are good, too.
Hear that, Angel? Or Danny, sorry. Old habit.
D'Angel.
D'Angel. We always talk about food when I'm here. Yeah, of course, because you love food. I think if I could choose, I would only have smoothies the rest of my life.
I don't know what I would pick.
Because I actually hate the act of eating. I don't like it.
I wish I didn't.
Granted, that comes from the thyroid thing, so not being able to, like, swallow food properly kind of gives you PTSD.
Yeah, that would make sense. Sorry you have to deal with that.
Oh, it's mostly better now.
Well, that's good.
I still have, like, episodes where I actually think I'm gonna choke, and then it, like, makes me not want to eat for a bit.
Yep, my son aspirates his food, so he actually does almost zero solid food right now. He has a NG tube that goes through his nose directly into his stomach, and he has formula 5 times a day. He actually snuck into the kitchen and grabbed an apple and took a bite out of the apple without me knowing it, and then he ended up coughing it up, and he coughed so hard he coughed his NG tube out of his stomach, and it came out through his nose like a big worm.
Oh, that actually sounds so painful.
Yeah. Well, Snow White is one of his favorite movies, and he likes to pretend he's Snow White dying. So I was in one room cleaning, and I just hear, "I Snow White, I eat poison apple," and I hear this crash because He takes a bite of an apple and throws himself on the floor, except he was in our kitchen and he threw himself onto my recycling bin. So I come in the kitchen and he's laying on the floor with an apple in his hand and recycling everywhere. And then, like, less than 10 minutes later, he coughed up the apple and his NG tube.
Do you have to go, like, can you put the NG tube back in yourself?
No, we have to go to the ER. His mom took him.
Mm.
I had him all day, so I called her and she said, I'll take him. I was like, thank you. Like, we can, like, we both know how, but they like to check it with an x-ray to make sure it's in his stomach and not in his lung.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we could put it in, but it's like, ugh, it's just better to go to the hospital.
Oh man. Well, kids will be kids, no matter the situation.
Yeah, if he wants to pretend to poison himself with an apple, then that's what he's gonna do.
Danny says, I Snow White. Aw, that sounds cute. I can hear him saying that.
Yeah, he's adorable, and he's lucky he's adorable. Some of his meds, sometimes, so he's on a lot of different meds, and sometimes he just doesn't sleep. And last night was one of those nights. He only slept for about 4 hours last night, which means I only slept for about 4 hours. And I had 2 different work meetings today, and after today, I decided that I have a new personal rule. If Drake keeps me up half the night or all the night, then I'm just not going to talk during work meetings because I was rude on a work meeting and got spoken to by my boss about it. And it's the first time I've gotten in trouble at work.
Oh, jeez.
And I don't know, since I was like 22 or something.
Jeez.
Yeah, but I just didn't have, I was so tired. I had no filter.
I feel that.
We have to get, we use this software for our work, and the contract is up with the people who give us the software. Ooh, I'm going to go check out the bookseller. So we're having all these presentations by all these software companies to try, because they want us to contract with them to use their software for like 5 years or something. And as a part of it, we have to let our current provider make a pitch to us. And that was today. And they spent the first 10 minutes of their presentation talking about how we've worked together so long and how there are costs associated with switching to a new software. And I came off of mute and I told them, we all know that it costs money to switch to a new software. Please move on from this point. And I got in trouble. We can both buy the bait and bobber, so let's do that.
I already did. It would have been so funny if I stole it from you the one day.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. I would not even have been mad.
I'm too polite.
Yeah, me too. Well, most of the time. Except for the time I got snippy at those people at work this morning.
I have this supervisor who's like a 19-year-old kid, right? And we do part orders through manufacturers and that. And some of them are like overseas. Like, you're not going to see the part for like 8 months because it's like in Vietnam, you know? And she's constantly going through our work orders. It's just like, make sure that you update or email the manufacturer and ask them where the part is. And I'm like, okay, but how? I finally snapped on her the other day, and I was like, they literally say in their first email, it will be ETA 6 months. We'll let you know when it's on container. So we don't need to keep bothering them when it's only been a month.
Yeah. It's a waste of your time, their time.
Oh, she got owned in front of everyone by the manufacturer. One of them emailed her because she sent a really rude email to them, and she's like, this is unacceptable that you don't update us. And the manufacturer emailed back, and she's like, hello, so-and-so. Just to let you know, there are bi-weekly reports that you can check out, and your use of unacceptable language is very rude.
That's funny.
You got a 19-year-old supervisor, Danny. His name's Rai.
Not 19.
I wish I was.
My daughter is 16.
I hate these supervisors that are like, you know, young and want to think they're going to be in like the home office one day.
How do you even get to a supervisory position as 19? Like,
Well, let me tell you.
unless like your dad owns the company or something.
Yeah, it's favoritism at its finest.
It's silly.
Yep, because the boss, you can tell that the boss loves her. I hope she doesn't follow my channel. I don't think she does, but
Don't worry, Bouncer Bertha from Alabama. I'm sure that you don't live in Canada.
no, I live in Arkansas.
Arkansas, yeah.
Go Wolves!
Bertha was the first female name that started with B that I could think of that wasn't Beck or Becca.
It's fine.
Brandy. Brandy would have been better. Betsy, Betty. Okay, now I can think of them. Yeah, Bianca's good. I like Bianca.
It's okay. My other supervisor follows me, and I like her a lot more, and we both just shit talk the other not like we don't like talk bad. We're only talking about the things that annoy us.
My company has a pretty strict social media policy, so nobody at my work knows about anything I do.
See, I like that. We do have a social media policy, like technically me talking. I haven't said where I work though, which is good, so nobody can link that to me.
Yeah, same.
Rye is jealous he can't be a 19-year-old supervisor. I wish I was a supervisor at 19.
I would have been a terrible supervisor at 19. All I cared about at 19 was class and video games and anime.
You know what? Not too bad though.
Yeah.
You know, looking back, I don't know why they promote like young people to management positions. It does not make sense to me.
Same, Shiren. Awesome. So I do believe that ability matters way more than seniority. However, experience is a very important factor in management. And if you're 19, you don't have enough experience to be in a supervisory role.
No. Like I've had 18 years of customer service experience, which to me would make a good management position.
Yeah.
Than somebody who
Yeah.
just is fresh out of college with a business degree.
Well, yeah. No, I agree. And then going back to if you're 19, you're not fresh out of college with a business degree, unless you went to college at 15 or
that's
something.
True, yeah. Or you did like an accelerated 1-year course.
Yeah.
At 5 years old, I was a CEO. All right.
Danny, no, you weren't.
I know, the business world upsets me sometimes. Because I'm just like, why? I see these people getting like promoted that shouldn't be promoted, and I'm like, it just upsets me.
Yeah. Same. And then they make life hard on everybody under them.
Yeah. We had a manager, a department manager at Walmart when I worked there, when I was like 20. And he was probably younger than me. I think he was 19 or 18. And he was a manager.
That The,
And he's making like 80,000 a year because Walmart
Yeah,
actually
but-
really pays well.
how, what would you, if you were 19 and you made $80,000 a year, how irresponsible would you be?
Yeah.
I would have been so dumb.
Yeah, and he like didn't do anything for us. I mean, to be fair, sometimes near the end of the night, because I was a night stalker, so he would help us if we were like falling behind or something.
That's
But
good.
he would have to, right? Because that's his job too, is relying on us finishing the job.
Yeah, because it looks bad on him if they didn't.
But
if you
the
didn't. Yeah.
Rest of the night, I would like walk by the offices and he'd be sitting there with his feet up on his phone, and I'm like, really? There's like 5 people that called in. We have 6 departments to stock.
Yeah, stocking a Walmart, that's a big job.
Yeah, there was one night where we had 1,800 pieces of food, and there was only 2
Oh my
of
gosh.
us.
Oh my gosh. All right, you take this 900, I'll take this 900.
Yeah,
Go.
We
No
thank
lunch
God-
break tonight.
Yeah, no, we barely made it because thank God me and that woman worked really well together, and we split it up. And she's like, "I'll take aisles 1 to 4, you take 5 to 9," and I'm like, "Deal, let's meet in the middle." And we just like hustled.
Ugh. I worked at Walmart for 10 days in the deli, and it did not go well. I did not last long.
I like the bakery. No, I'm not stalking you, Danny. I like the bakery because I was by myself, and they left me alone for the most part. I moved over to stalking after the bakery, but in the bakery, it was like my domain.
Yeah, there was like 4 or 5 of us in the deli, and it was constant cut meat, refresh the rotisserie chickens, spin the rotisserie chickens. Customer wants cheese. Customer wants chicken wings.
See, I worked
How
the night
much?
shift, so I didn't have to deal with customers.
Yeah, it was awful, awful.
I would hide out in the freezer and just read fanfic all night, or like manga
Nice.
or something. And the power went out one night, and they came looking for me because when the power goes out, you have to stalk because there's nothing else you can do. And he's like calling my name, and I'm hiding in the freezer.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Just pretend you locked yourself in there. Help! Help! I locked myself in.
Did you actually work at a GameStop for one day, Danny?
He's told me that before.
One day? I'd at least do 2 weeks. I worked at a Tim Hortons when I moved in with one of my friends, and it was a 10-hour shift. And
Ugh.
halfway through the shift, I was like, okay, when do I get my break? And the baker just looks at me and she's like, nobody gets a break here. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, what do you mean I don't get a break? And then the manager was like, no, you don't get a break. And I was like, what? That's illegal. And everyone
Blame
else just thought
Canada.
it was like normal. So
Yeah.
I was like, screw this. And then I just went in. They told me to stock the fridge. So I went in, I grabbed an orange juice. I don't condone this, by the way. I grabbed an orange juice and I just like walked out.
I mean, if the worst thing you ever stole was an orange juice, you're doing okay, I think.
I called my friend's mom and I was like, yo, come pick me up. I'm done.
You didn't want to be a Gretzky, a purveyor of Gretzky's?
I did work at Tim Hortons night shift for quite a long time, and that was enough. That was where I met the Gretzky guy. You're being serious? So you actually only worked at GameStop for a day? Why'd you stop? Why'd you quit?
He told me, I can't remember. Trying to remember.
Oh,
Blame
no.
Canada. Blame Canada.
Yeah, Canada sucks for jobs. And because it was an independently owned Tim Hortons, they didn't legally actually have to give you a break. is what I found out.
Yeah, I've worked at several places that didn't have to give breaks. Just didn't take a break.
It was just funny how the baker was like, nobody gets a break around here. And she's like a 70-year-old woman. And I'm like, you don't get a break?
My shift started when I turned 18 and got hired. I'm so tired. I'm actually 24 years old. But I've been working for 6 years straight, so I look like I'm 70.
Can you imagine?
No.
I think my attitude has drastically changed in that way. Like now, you're not supposed to leave the front desk alone where I work. But if I don't get a break, I'm like, yeah, whatever, I'm going on my break.
Yeah. I always take a break now. It's when I was in my 20s, I'd be like, whatever, I'm a workhorse. Work through it. And I'm like, no, I'm taking my break. I need a break.
Yeah, I'm not getting paid for that hour. I'm taking the break. Took 2 weeks for them to contact me back for another day to work, so I just didn't go.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I think the best place I ever worked... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You would think they would give them, like, here's your schedule for the week, not like show up this day and then we'll call you for day number 2.
Oh, no, I've worked at places that do that, too.
Oh, that's crummy.
Yeah, it is. I think the best place I ever worked was a cheese factory.
Cheese.
Yeah, and it was mainly just because of my manager. He actually, we would work these insanely long hours. Like I started at 3 p.m. and sometimes we wouldn't go home till 5 a.m.
Whoa.
And one day it was just me and him left. And he's like, I feel like it's important to teach you what mustard gas is like so that, because we worked with a lot of chemicals, he's like, I feel like it's important to do this so that you know what it's like in case you know, accidentally mix 2 chemicals together. So he mixed these chemicals together, and then he's like, stand here for a second, breathe in deep, and, and then I breathed in, and he's like, all right, breathe out fast and let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, he was great.
So that was 7 days.
Wow, that went by fast.
Yeah, if you want to play a few more, I'm up for it. Or if you want to wrap up and then do a 4th stream with the last 7 days, that's cool. I'm fine either way.
Sure. Want to do one more day? Oh, hi.
I'm sorry if you said something I didn't hear you.
Oh, I said you want to do one more day?
Yeah, let's do another day.
Okay.
And then we'll play 6 next. Yeah.
Thanks for coming into my house uninvited.
I was here to talk to you about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
Becky, bring me some cheese. You are my little shoulder dragon. I'm not a shoulder dragon.
What is a shoulder dragon?
It's the little thing from Lunar.
Oh,
It looks like a cat.
Gotcha.
I remember that work though. There was this girl I worked with. I worked with my best friend, but she left before me. And this new girl came in and sprayed chemicals right in my face.
Oh.
Yeah, it was bad. Like she was handing the hose up through the grates because we had to clean the tanks and everything. And she pressed on the trigger button and it sprayed like right in my face. And
not cool.
I was brushing it off. I'm like, oh, whatever, I'll just rinse my face. He took it like extremely seriously. He made me sit down and like drink milk and sent me to the hospital. I waited for 8 hours in the hospital and they paid me for it.
Wow.
Yeah. Danny says Brian is my shoulder weasel.
I don't know who this Ryan is, but I feel sorry for him.
Or sorry, Rye. Rye is my shoulder weasel?
Whatever you say, Danny boy.
weasel. You're more like a far-fetched.
Yay.
You're a, what's that Pokemon that you like? Woobuffet?
Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet.
Yeah. Actually, Farfetch'd was a Pokemon I considered making the mascot of the channel too.
Oh, that's... I like Farfetch.
Yeah, me too.
So if Pokemon Sword actually has, the type of Pokemon that I'm looking for, I think I'm gonna do an all-rodent run.
That would be cool.
Yeah. I came across one in Pokemon Go that I really want to play.
What is it?
It starts with a D, but it was a little mouse.
Dedenne?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dedenne, I don't think is in Sword. I could be wrong.
I'll just have to find the game that
But
has all the rodents.
Dedenne is super adorable.
Danny says bad shoulder weasel. Bad.
I am Weasel.
Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Bubba Fett. Okay.
Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Boba Fett, yeah.
Oh, you boys.
I'm Woba the Fett.
You boys and your Star Wars. Still haven't seen Star Wars, by the way.
Bouncer backs, you're breaking my heart.
I've seen.
You're going down a
Revenge of the
path I
Sith.
can't follow. Okay, so you have seen Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, that's actually my favorite, and it's the only one that I've seen.
Well, it's a pretty amazing movie, so.
I only really
Yeah.
watched it because Natalie Portman was in it.
She's in 2 more.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, she's in episodes 1, 2, and 3.
I'll have to watch them.
And the episode 1 is her best movie. Well, her best Star Wars movie. I'm not gonna start a fight over what is the best Natalie Portman movie. Actually, I will. The best Natalie Portman movie is the Natalie Portman rap from Saturday Night Live. Have you seen that?
I was just about to mention that. That's like my favorite thing that she's done.
Yeah, same. I know almost the entire thing. I will not rap it on here because, oh my gosh, it is not appropriate, but...
Have you seen Planet Battles?
No.
Knockoff version? Danny's asking that. I don't know what that is.
Planet Battles?
Yeah.
I think he's just saying Star Wars Planet Battles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I have not seen Planet Battles. Sounds like some cheesy 80s anime. Like, Planet Battles! This week in Planet Battles, the evil space emperor Taito invades the Earth Sphere Unified Nations.
One day I'll do a Star Wars marathon. My friend has been trying to get me to watch Lord of the Rings with her. She's like, we gotta do a weekend of Lord of the Rings. And I'm like, look, it's like 8 hours a movie. Okay, I don't have time.
I love those movies, but they are a large investment.
Oh, you like horror. Have you seen Harper's Island?
No.
You should look that up. It's actually
Okay.
a really good show. It's only 12 episodes.
Harper's Island.
Yeah, it's a really good show. We finished that in one night.
Does it take place on an island?
It does. It's like a murder
I like
mystery.
I like horror stuff that takes place on an island.
Yeah, it's really good.
You seen Midnight Mass?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I recommend that, and I'll look up Harper's Island, you look up Midnight Mass.
Okay, deal.
I was
Right.
not crazy about the last 2 episodes, but most of it's pretty good.
Rye understands my humor. Good luck, Bex. Oh, thank you, Siren. I think I
I'm
did pretty
sorry,
good
I
this
didn't.
stream. Sorry, go
What
ahead.
was Siren's comment? You cut out for a sec.
Oh, she said good luck, Spec.
Oh, yay.
She's rooting for me. She's rooting for you too.
Yay. Thankfully, I don't have to think about fishing too much.
Yeah, that's why I like these streams, because they're a nice break from actually playing
Grinding RPGs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be Final Fantasy X. I'm like, what do I want to play now? I'm like, I don't know, Kirby, Spyro, just something chill.
Yeah.
Not an RPG.
Unfortunately, those are like the only games I own are RPGs.
Yeah, that's like I mostly play that, and it's like RPGs and platformers and.
Why does she have fish? Because she has fish.
Fish. Fish.
Fish, fish. I'd like to play more platformers. They're a genre that I've never really gotten into.
This is my first, like, my very first video game was Mario, and we had Nintendo systems for the majority of my early childhood until we got a PS1. So Mario, Kirby, Donkey Kong was kind of my whole, like, early video game experience.
I did play, I liked Aladdin on the Super Nintendo. I could never beat it though. My sister had to beat it for me. Still does.
I can never beat any of those. Like Aladdin, Lion King, DuckTales, Chip and Dale, like they're all so hard.
They really are. It's the carpet level that I have to get her to help me with.
The other collab I'm doing is the Goof Troop game with Hef_GG, and that game is super hard. It's a Capcom game. It's not like a Disney Interactive. It's Capcom made it, and it's kind of frustrating.
I bet, even with 2 people.
Yeah, we're at the final boss. I think we tried like 5 or 6 times to beat him last time we streamed, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't do it. We're gonna try again tomorrow.
I don't know how we ever played through those games as kids. I guess we didn't technically. We just kept replaying the parts we could.
Yeah, I just played the first 2 levels again and again and again.
I would like to.
It wasn't really.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It wasn't really till like the N64, GameCube, PS2 era that I actually started like beating games.
Yeah, I think that's probably me too. When I got my PlayStation 3 is when I started beating games. Come on, one more fishy. I've lost track of how many I've even gotten so far.
Fish?
Yeah.
Do you know how to check?
I don't.
If you look, actually, when we finish this day, just look at my stream and I'll show you before we sign off how to check.
Okay.
And we'll do it when we're done, obviously, and count them all up, but I'll show you tonight. That way, if you want to check and see your progress.
It would be kind of cool to do like a playthrough of this game. I've never actually beaten it.
It is a long process. Well, it depends on like what you want to consider beating it, but to get perfection, it's a very long but very rewarding process.
Go to sleepy, sleepy.
Sleeper. Night, Chiron. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
Night, Chiron.
Okay.
Oh, thanks for that
Let me-
reminder. I had to do laundry too.
Yeah, I need to do laundry as well. Let me know when you're looking at my screen.
Okay, I'm looking.
Okay, so if you go to the menu, and then you go to this Voss jar-looking thing, that's collections, and then go down to fish, and you just hover over, and it'll tell you, I've caught 20 anchovies.
Oh, okay.
I've caught 40 sardines, 31 breams,
Oh,
10
okay.
large. So at the end, we'll just go through these and count them all up. I mean, I assume we probably wouldn't count seaweed and green algae and jelly, just do the actual fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. Alright, sounds good.
All right, well, thanks for playing.
No, thanks you. And probably next week do another one?
Yeah, I'm good to finish this next week, and then we can. I know we were talking about Animal Crossing after this, but we can firm that up and decide what we want to do.
Okay, no problem.
Cool. All right, well, thanks for playing. Darth Daimyo's blasting off again.